Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled.
It feels wrong behind here since it was abandoned. Knowing hundreds of people were hurt and died here.
This whole area is sus. Look at all the security. Is this what you do to a building that's supposed to be under repair?
Point taken. What am I looking for, Bagley?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble.
I haven't seen that face before. We're giving us an instant if we don't have one.
What the fuck?
This is it. The signal is coming from this spider-bot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
Torn up, eh? What is that doing here, Bagley?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction. Perfect. 2 more data relays to go.
Piss off. Look, this is wrong. Oh my open. Ass shit. Shit, sucker. I've had enough. Fuck now. You want to have a go?
One more data relay and I'll have it.
Check your targets. Do not touch me. God! Surrender!
Come on! I'll hurt you, Egypt!
You can't do this to me.
That should do it. Now, I'll just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36 and... Got it. Go back to where you found that...
Copy.
Surrender! I'm innocent! Fucker could be anywhere.
You insolent prick!
This is not my preferred use of...
CTOS-AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You brought the payload? What, think we'd go back for you? Don't trust the Kelly dog.
This will definitely come in handy. Kelly? Clan Kelly? Why would gangsters blow up a tech conference?
Rather looks like the Kellys were just the supplier. Too cowardly to do the real dirty work.
But who were they needing? She didn't seem like one of their crew. You think she could be working with Zero there?
Well, don't just stand there. Keep looking.
Bagley, were you able to determine who was controlling the spider bot?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the Spiderbot is broadcasting. And while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
Oh shit! We got feds thrown into the mix now.
The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
Excellent. I trust you have some sort of quantum tunnel for me for jump through, Bagley.
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but Spiderbots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Good idea.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
Copy.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
That's 0 Day's signature.
There, hurry. Got all the delivery.
So you were hired to supply all the targets?
Shut it. We're all on need to know.
So, 0 Day was effectively using subcontractors to pull off their bombings.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. 0 Day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction. But if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the spider bot, maybe they could tell us more. Tracing the Spiderbot serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
It's hard to believe the police would have been tracking the real bombers and not saying anything about it to the public.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
Lord have mercy. Looks like Albion's running the station.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatized goon squad, just take your business across the street.
I never would have thought I would have longed for normal conflicts between police and citizens.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spiderbot will be further in.
Buckley, is that the same Spiderbot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of Spiderbot from the Tone bombing site.
Any chance he can ID the last user?
Navigate the Spiderbot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
I'm onto it.
opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This spiderbot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now. Buggery fuck, would you look at all this junk? You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
They couldn't be trusted to do their jobs. Suddenly some corporation could clean up our streets better than the state police we've had for who knows how long. When crime fighting streets up the building, crime will never go away. That would be our business, right? So don't help how we have our best interests at heart, don't they?
If the police could handle their job, our would be necessary, but they can't. Home bombing is a perfect example. A bunch of lazy, overpaid cops are the real. Well, they're not the real anymore, are they?
You're almost there. Make your way through this last vent part.
I got it.
Scanning Spiderbot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
All right.
Dead set calling. You ready?
Let's go.
The Spiderbot fragment you found had a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
A secret location? None of this makes sense. We better go check it out.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates. Your somewhat reckless teammate has got themselves thrown in the old clink, I'm afraid. Difficult to resist oppression from behind bars. It will be a while before they're available. Pro tip, however, why not recruit a barrister to the team? I mean, no one exactly likes a barrister, but they do have their function. They should be able to shorten the jail time of imprisoned operatives. The GPS history of the spider bot we recovered regularly pinged these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
It's remote. Good place to fly under the radar.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
Now to find a way in.
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside.
The premises. Drone, begin search.
Well, tiddle me bollocks. It's like a wee little cop station here. What's it doing, I wonder?
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
Sure, I'm with you. But what were they working on that would lead them to the town bombing?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved, and they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is. So, Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? It all comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something, but she wriggled off the hook. There's only one way I can do this. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry. But I have to see what she's hiding.
Check your doors and corners.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
Ah, this is all starting to come together. I knew Albion were grade A cunts. But working with Clan Kelly gives them something to hide.
It seems like 0 Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
They're taking people off the streets. 0 Day or not, we have to do something.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
And a 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3.
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
And if Caitlin Lau's right, then this little nugget jumps to the
Why
front of the
are
queue.
we doing this?
We have reason to believe a former DedSec operative may still be alive, but missing inside the EPC.
Angel Lopez, not London-born, but I won't hold that against him, unlike some others.
Looks like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, may be the only reason he escaped 0 days DedSec
And
purge.
here's my impression of an
Anti-immigrant
asshole.
sentiment has grown in London since the bombings. Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
We need to find Angel before they discover he's
I
DedSec.
feel like a fucking idiot.
This is kind of personal team. But finding his trail might just shed some light on the Albion Clan-Kelly connection.
Why am I doing this?
Shit. Well, good news it is. Deportees aren't leaving the UK. They just chuck them in the EPC and then they look the other way.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside.